Alright, welcome back to my 1972 Datsun 510. While I've been producing videos quite a bit over the past couple months, I actually haven't touched my 510 in probably a solid 2 months. I did a little bit of work about a month ago, but I don't even think I've actually made that video yet. So while it'll be the first part of this video, I actually haven't touched my car for a little while. I have been watching a few different YouTube channels, to include Soup, Classic Motoring, that have really gotten me excited to get back to work on my car, as well as Home Built by Jeff. And I realized that I need to get this car back down on the ground and I need to start driving it. So what I'm going to be working on today is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to be fixing this last little spot right here where I need to repair the sheet metal, and then the car will be ready to seal up and go from there. So if you've been following my channel, I've picked up probably about 30 or 40 subscribers over the past couple months, and I am just blown away. I can't thank you enough for continuing to come back to my channel and commenting and just giving me your opinion on sort of how the things are going. And there's been several people that have helped me out by suggesting ways to do things, so I really appreciate your time. But with that, let's go ahead and get to work on the car. Let's go ahead and start by cutting out that piece. Don't forget, wear your proper hand, eye, and ear protection while you're working on your car. Let's do this. Time lapse. Alright, so I've cut out this. As you see, I've already rebuilt the inside piece of this fender well, but there's still this gap right here. So I'm going to go ahead and run another piece that goes in here, and actually is going to go down to about here. It's going to come in, I'll tap it into place and get it butted up right here, and we'll cover this whole spot. So yeah, then I'll sort of stitch weld along the outsides and get it all into place. But for that, I'm going to need to make a template and get a piece of metal cut out for that. Alright, so now that the paint has dried on these pieces, I'll go ahead and install them. So this is just going to go like right here, and then I'm going to go ahead and then hammer this other piece into place. Things to think of or look at whenever I'm doing this is I'm going to use the spot welder because it's much easier to do things like this, and it gives me much cleaner welds. So I'll go here, here, and here, and I'll sort of bend it down into its spot as I'm going, and then I'll end up stitch welding it along the outsides. So let's get to it. So I think the grinding actually turned out really pretty good here. Seems pretty sturdy. I'm definitely much happier with this. So whenever I go through and I'll still seal all of this, I think that'll turn out pretty good. And it's pretty low profile here, so I don't think there's going to be very much issue whenever I go to put this piece back on. That pretty much does it for all of this. That was literally the last piece that I needed to do. I'm going to go ahead and clean up some welds at the front, and I'll take you over there and we'll do that. But then I think pretty much done with this portion. So let's get that done. Right, so if you go ahead and look here, you'll see that there's a lot of just crap weld right here. I'm going to go ahead and use the grinder and knock it down a bit. Alright, so in this installment you saw that I finished the inner sill. That means this whole entire portion is actually complete, and then I went ahead and hit a few more of these spots down here with a little bit more welding, as they weren't sealed up as well as they could be. So I just ran out of welding wire and I'm done with this portion of the car. I now have the rocker panel, the inner wheel well, as well as the inner sill complete. That means I really actually am at the point where I can start sealing up the inner wheel well, as well as all the rest of the welds around here, and then move to Bondo. I am very excited to be at this point in time. Very, very long time coming. I shouldn't have let the car sit for as long as I did. I'm going to go ahead and say the same thing that I've been seeing on several other channels, which is get out there and work on your car. You can do it, even if it takes a lot of grinding to get your welds to look reasonable or respectable. Get out there and get it done. I went ahead and put all of my different projects in different playlists, so you should be able to very easily track along and see the next video. Thank you for watching, and I do truly appreciate the comments and the support. Thank you. Hey, welcome back to my 1972 Datsun 510. Today, we're going to actually be cleaning up these wheels. I'll be honest, I don't really love these wheels at all. However, they were the ones I had on hand, and I needed some rubber to roll the car around. And so, got some cheap tires for it, and I've been running them on it whenever I was running back several months ago. But today, I'm going to take off all the coating on the wheel and then sort of clean it up and see how it looks overall after I peel all this clear coat off. Some things that I won't be able to get to are the weights. I'll just have to leave those alone and go from there. So all in all, I don't expect this to turn out very well, but who knows, maybe it'll turn out pretty nice. As always, remember to wear eye, ear, and breathing protection for these kind of things. You don't want to get a wire wheel sticking straight in your arm. It hurts a lot. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy today's video. And if you absolutely love these wheels and you're super appalled that I would do something like this to them, go ahead and hit me up in the comments, and maybe you can pick these up after I take them off my car permanently, because they probably won't remain on the car very long. I've got some 15s that whenever I switched over my Z to the 16s, I'll probably put those on this car whenever I bring it back out. But as always, thanks for watching, and let's get to work. Alright, so the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a wire wheel and I'm just going to clean all these up as best as I can. You know what? I don't hate the way it's turning out so far. I'm definitely going to need to like get in with a smaller wire wheel and sort of get these last little spots out, but I've got a drill that I can do that with. It still needs to be painted somehow. I haven't quite figured out exactly how I'm going to paint it, but like it's not terrible. I don't dislike it, that's for sure, and it looks a little bit cleaner than it did. The other thought I had was like just to go over it now with like an aluminum metal paint color, just so I can have it all like one singular color versus this oxidized coating that's on it, and that might make it look good, but there's still some stuff where like it still needs to be cleaned off here. But not the worst I've ever seen. I can definitely work with this. Like I said, in reality I would need to like let the air out of these, take this out, take the wheel off, and really get to them if I'm gonna do something really nice with these wheels. But I just mainly wanted to see what would happen if I cleaned one of them up. It looks like it, like I said, I like sort of the brushed aluminum look, so it's not terrible. We'll see. Keep sort of working on it. Alright, decided I'd finally set up a end screen for all of my videos. If you like what you see, go ahead and click the subscribe button. That subscribe button lets me know that I'm doing good work. You can go ahead and comment down below if you like. Also, don't forget to set up your notifications so that way it'll notify you whenever I post a new video. Over here you're going to see my newest video. That could be anything from working on my Datsuns, either the 510 or the Z, or maybe even working on Danielle's Figaro, which you see maybe behind me in the dark. And then finally, over here is what YouTube suggests should be the next video in this series. I've got all my videos set up in different playlists, so you should be able to see and track and follow whichever projects you feel like. Thank you for watching. I appreciate your time. Get out there and work on your car, and God bless.